Hi, and welcome back to the Citizen channel. We continue our look at the trial of Benjamin Mendy. Yes, believe we had a slight problem yesterday. I used an incorrect template when I was putting the video out onto YouTube. There may be some of you may have took it on and then it disappeared. That's just so I could swap the template. So my apologies. The one that's up there now is the correct one. My apologies for any problems caused. Right, yes, the trial of Benjamin Mendy. Please, if you are new to this channel, I do all things Manchester City, mainly good. Obviously, this isn't perhaps so good, but we'll have to see, won't we? You can't pass judgment until we've heard the evidence and get and make our reaction. And this is what this is all about. The report from the court. I'll just read it out as verbatim, as it's actually spoken, as things happen in court. Don't make any judgment. I just literally read it out. So please, if you are new to this channel, please push that subscribe button. Push the bell notifications on these city vlogs, usually reviews, previews, history vlogs, etc., rather than this sort of thing. But give us your support. That'd be wonderful. And give us a thumbs up, guys. It's really nice to get views, but it's always nice to get thumbs up, isn't it? So please, if you can do that for me. Right. We go on to day 8, Tuesday the 24th of August 2022. And to briefly sum up again, the 28-year-old Benjamin Mendy has been charged with 8 counts of rape, 1 count of sexual assault and 1 of attempted rape. The allegations relate to 7 women. The charges span between October 2018 and August 2021. Mr. Mendy's co-defendant, Louis Sahar Machuri, 41 years old, is also standing trial accused of 8 counts of rape and 4 counts of sexual assault related to 8 alleged victims. Both men deny all charges against them. Judge Stephen Everett resides at Chester Crown Court. And my thanks again to the Manchester Evening News for their sort of timeline and information on their website, which is tremendously useful, of course. Right, we start 11:19, slight delay. Obviously, the jury was brought into the courtroom and read a number of agreed facts in relation to woman 3, who we were hearing from yesterday, of course. Junior prosecutor Sarah Holt tells the court woman 3 contacted police on January the 4th, 2021 to report having been sexually assaulted by Benjamin Mendy. Officers from Cheshire Police attended Mr. Mendy's home the following day and arrested him on suspicion of sexual assault, she says. Mr. Mendy was cautioned and had his iPhone seized, jurors are told. He was then taken to Middlewich Police Station where he was interviewed by police and made no comment, says Miss Holt. The jury was played a video-recorded police interview with woman 4, who accuses Mr. Mendy of raping her at his Cheshire mansion on July the 23rd of last year, so 2021. She tells the officer that she was invited to Mr. Mendy's home. She says she agreed to go for a bit. She says Mr. Machuri paid for her taxi to the address. At the house, she tells the court there were 3 other girls and the group played a number of games together. While at the party, the woman says she told Mr. Machuri she was going to work. She tells the officer, he said, how much? We will pay you more to stay. Woman 4 says she was offered 3 bags, but did not ask how much was in them, as she was not going to change my plan. The woman said that Mr. Mendy then sent her 2 messages asking her to come downstairs. She says she found the messages weird, but eventually headed downstairs where she found Mr. Mendy. We ended up kissing and he pulled his pants down, she explains. I was like, I'm not doing anything. He was like, what do you mean? I remember his language was quite direct and crude. He was like, you don't trust me? The woman tells the officer that she did not trust Mr. Mendy as she had only met him for the first time 3 days earlier. Woman 4 continued to talk about her alleged encounter with Mr. Mendy at his home. She says, he was like, all these women want to F-U-C-K me. I think he was saying stuff to make me want to do stuff with him. The woman says she told Mr. Mendy, I don't want to do anything like that. I've just come for a pre-drink. She continued, I said I was not on the pill. I was, but I said you don't want to have my baby, to scare him. He was not fazed by anything. The woman tells the officer that she was sober at the time, so was very aware of everything. She adds, I said, I don't know you. I would rather get to know someone first. She says, Mr. Mendy then told her to suck me off, and she told him no. The woman tells the officer that Mr. Mendy repeated himself several times and told her that if she left, no one would speak to her. I didn't know what to do in that moment, she says. I'd given every excuse I could to get out of the situation. Woman 4 told Mr. Mendy she was meant to be going to work. It's like nothing I said went through to him, she adds. It was like arguing with a brick wall. He didn't seem fazed by anything. She continues, I ended up having to give in. There was nothing else I could say or do. I had to crawl on all fours and he was behind and his hand was on my back. I was like, no, he said, let me. The woman says she and Mr. Mendy ended up having sex. It was not for long, she says. Within like 20 seconds, it was over. Following the alleged rape, the woman says Mr. Mendy took his top off and went upstairs. I was really embarrassed, she says. The girls were like, did you do something? Did something happen? She says she told a friend that something really weird just happened. I didn't know how to process it, she tells the officer. In the days after the alleged rape, the woman says she felt very dirty and unclean. She tells the officer she felt ashamed and did not want to touch herself in the shower. She says she received several messages from Mr. Mendy asking for her to come and see him. The woman says that after Mr. Mendy was charged by police, she received a message from one of her friends. She says she told the friend it was not her and that she had not spoken to the police. She tells the officer she did not go to the police as she was too scared. These people, I thought they were my friends, says woman 4. I did not want to think about what happened. I didn't want to process it. The woman says that before the alleged rape, she would socialise with Mr. Maturi. She says Mr. Maturi would always ask what I'm doing like 4 times a week. 3 days before the alleged rape, woman 4 says she received a message from Mr. Maturi inviting her on a night out. She says they went to Mr. Mendy's house before heading to a bar, which ended up being closed. The woman says Mr. Mendy invited her back to his house, but she declined the offer. On July the 23rd, the woman says she was invited to a party at Mr. Mendy's house. She says she intended to go for an hour, then head to her friend's house before work. At the house, the woman says she drank 1 alcoholic drink and was sober. While there, she tells the office that Mr. Mendy whispered in her ear, tell her to come downstairs. I was like, go away, she says. The woman says Mr. Mendy again has her to come downstairs in a message on Snapchat, she says. She adds, because it was the second time, it was like, what does he want? Before heading downstairs, the woman says she told her friend to come and get her in 5 to 10 minutes. Once downstairs, she says she and Mr. Mendy were chatting in the pool area. I didn't really know why I was downstairs, she tells the officer. She says she and Mr. Mendy then went into a cinema room and were continuing to talk when the footballer kissed her. After he allegedly pulled down his pants, she says Mr. Mendy touched his penis, but she told him, I'm not doing anything. It wasn't really getting through to him, she tells the police officer. The whole time he knew it was not something I wanted. Woman 4 continues. He just kept coming closer and edging it. I had nothing left to do. After returning upstairs, the woman says she told her friend something had happened, but not something I wanted. She told me that 2 guys were stopping her going downstairs and told her not to go down, she adds. It's 1:23 p.m. The court adjourned for lunch and it resumed again at 2:54 p.m. Woman 4 is now in the witness box being cross-examined by Eleanor Laws QC defending Benjamin Mendy. Ms. Laws asks her, Mr. Mendy did not rape you, did he? The witness replies he did. On July 20th last year, 3 days before Mr. Mendy is alleged to have raped her, the court is told that woman 4 went to the gathering at a city defender's house after being invited by a Mr. Maturi. I'm going to suggest you and Mr. Mendy got on well, says Miss Laws. Do you agree? It was the first time I spoke to him, but it was fine, the witness replies. There was a bit of flirting going on, Miss Laws alleges. I would not say it was flirting, says woman 4. Miss Laws says to the witness, he said something complimentary about your bottom and you showed it to him. The witness denies this. Miss Laws asks the witness about messages she and Mr. Mendy exchanged in the days after July the 20th. The QC asks, do you agree you were getting on well with him on the Tuesday? Yes, says the witness. Asked whether she was happy to go to Mr. Mendy's house again on July the 23rd, the woman says she was. Ms. Laws alleges that the woman told police she had gone downstairs to get changed and Mr. Mendy followed her down. I don't remember saying that, the witness replies. Miss Law says, I suggest you went downstairs because you were enjoying the attention of Mr. Mendy. Woman 4 says no one person was getting more attention than anyone else. It was not like that. Miss Laws asked someone about her claim that she told a friend to come and get her if she had not come back upstairs within 5 to 10 minutes. She asked the witness, were you feigning or pretending to be reluctant to go down? Woman 4 replies, why would I tell her to come downstairs in 5 to 10 minutes then? Miss Laws asked woman 4, you were not sexually assaulted downstairs by Mr. Mendy at any time, were you? That's incorrect, the witness replied. Miss Law suggests that while woman 4 was downstairs with Mr. Mendy, he tried to leave, but she stopped him from leaving and went to kiss him. The witness denies this. The witness is shown a picture of her and another girl taken at Mr. Mendy's home shortly after the alleged rape. Woman 4 says she was putting on a brave face at the time. It was girls I don't know and boys who would have had his back in that situation, she says. I was kind of alone. After leaving Mr. Mendy's home, the court is told that woman 4 went to a friend's house before going to work. Miss Laws alleges that the woman told a friend that she had been to the home of a pro footballer. She adds, "May I suggest you were actually quite excited that you had been there and this happened?" "I was not excited," she replies. "I was so confused." The jury was shown footage from inside a nightclub which appears to show the woman dancing close to Mr. Mendy after the alleged rape. At one point, Miss Laws alleges that woman 4 came face to face with the footballer. She asked the witness, "You are very physically comfortable in his company, aren't you?" "We are in a club with loud music," woman 4 replies. "If you want to hear anyone, you have to get up close." Miss Laws asks, "You don't have to put your hand on their neck, though, do you?" The witness says she was very drunk at the time and does not remember dancing with Mr. Mendy. At 4:21 p.m, following a short break, the juries continue to be shown a series of video clips. Ms. Laws is continued to cross-examine woman 4 about a section of footage which appears to show her with her arms around Mr. Mendy. She asked the witness, "Were you putting both your hands around him and touching his neck?" "You're showing the clips you want to show," she says. "I was dancing with everyone. Everyone was dancing with everyone else." Referring to the footage, Miss Laws asked the woman, "Do you agree that you have your hands around his neck?" The witness replies, "Yes." Miss Laws continues, "You were in that position with him for about a minute." "I was having a conversation with him," says woman 4. Jurors are then shown footage of the woman speaking to Mr. Mendy as he leaves the nightclub. Ms. Laws asks the witness, "Were you saying and suggesting you came back to his later? Do you remember messaging Mr. Saha about whether you could come back?" The witness denied this. 4:33 p.m, the jury finished hearing evidence for the day and the trial has been adjourned until Friday morning. Yes, Friday the 20... Friday morning? Or Thursday morning? Probably Thursday morning, yes. I don't know why it says Friday. It'll be tomorrow anyway, as far as I know. So presumably the 25th. So the 25th of August, we've got a bank holiday weekend coming up, haven't we? So there won't be anything, obviously, next Monday. There you go, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feelings. That's okay. And again, my apologies for yesterday. I've got the templates right today. We're back to the normal ones. I say it's just something I use for my other stuff, and it wasn't quite appropriate. As someone pointed out, thankfully, that before too many people had seen it, and he was quite right too. But my apologies once again. Anyway, thanks for your support, guys. Please, until we meet again, unless one thing, don't please stay safe, please. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.